Hey guys, so I had a video go out a week or two ago, I think 2 weeks ago now, and I did not realize until just a couple days ago that it did not upload all the way. I don't know what was happening because several of you commented and said, hey, this cut off early, but my side of YouTube was showing 0 comments on that video. So I don't know what happened with that, but I am going to share the last little bit that got cut off because it was just my last point, but several of you kind of were wondering where that was going. So here are my further thoughts on what is descriptive versus prescriptive and what we should do with our influences. And if you somehow missed part 1, I will link it above and you can click on that and then come back and watch part 2. I'm Rian, Christ-following wife and stay-at-home mom to 4 sweet boys. I'm growing and learning how to glorify Christ as a wife, mom, homemaker, and teacher. So come and grow and learn with me. I am Mama on Mission. You have to look at who is influencing you. One, be sure that it's like someone who ought to be influencing you, because there's a lot of people who are just trying to sell you something. There's a lot of people that are wolves in sheep's clothing and are just trying to get at you and trying to make you feel not good enough. So if you take their supplement, you're going to feel better, or if you do their exercise, or if you follow their whatever plans and regimens, then you'll be great. Look out for that. But even good influencers can influence us unintentionally in the wrong ways. So I can look at, for example, one of my favorite podcasts is What Have You, and it's by some of the Canon Plus gals, Becca Merkel and Rachel Jank, and I can listen to theirs. I'm like, oh man, that's so good. And I am usually very uplifted and very encouraged. But when I hear them talking about these huge, beautiful Sabbath dinners they are throwing and the work that goes into their food and their presentation, I'm just like, oh, that's so good. But then I go away feeling guilty if I serve my family on paper plates. That's a problem because they didn't mean to make me feel that way. Okay, that was just my own issue talking. But sometimes we can look at how someone does something, especially someone that we value their opinion or someone that we hold in high esteem, and we can go, oh, but I can never do that. Or we can strive so hard to do that thing that we're neglecting our other things that are more important than that. Proverbs 27:17 says, iron sharpens iron, and so one man sharpens another. So of course we ought to listen to people, in person, podcasts, books, whatever. We should listen to people who are going to make us better, who are going to challenge us, who are going to encourage us in our good work. But how they do something doesn't have to be the exact way that you do something. Or the thing that they're really passionate about right now doesn't have to be your passionate thing right now. It might be later, or it can be something that you care a little bit about right now, and that's okay. But that doesn't mean that it has to be your thing right now. 1 Corinthians 15:33. Do not be deceived. Bad company ruins good morals. So you've heard that before, but that's where I was talking about be careful of who's influencing you, right? Now, there are people who you might be around who don't always have the best advice or set the best example for you. I'm not saying like never have anything to do with that person again, but I am saying be careful who you're devoting your time to and your energy and whose voice you're letting to get in your head, right? And make sure that it is someone who is following God's word, who is walking in the Spirit, because Proverbs 13:20 says, whoever walks with the wise becomes wise, but the companion of fools will suffer harm. So make sure you're listening to those wise people. Make sure you're spending your time, whether that be your leisurely time with your headphones in or reading a book, or whether that be like people that you're doing Bible study with and all these things. Make sure that you're lending your ear to people who are going to encourage you in wisdom and not foolishness. But beyond that, just make sure that you don't take everything they say, everything they do. Someone might have the perfect cleaning routine and you're like, oh, if I could just implement that. I have a friend right now, 2 friends who are going through this cleaning method, okay? And I'm like, oh, that's what I need. That is what I need in my life. That would make my house beautiful and so much better. And I fully believe that this season is for them. That is not my season right now. I just know that I have other things that are more important right now, and I could allow myself to be distracted by that thing, or I could just do the things that are before me really well and go to sleep at night rested and know that my house is good enough for right now. And that's real hard for me to say. But sometimes, you know, it's not my season for my house, so I'm going to do a little bit on my house, right? We're not going to say, oh, I don't have to worry about my house. It's not my season to have a clean house. No, we're going to do our dishes. We're going to do, keep things up. But it's not my season to have that like sparkly, like beautiful house. It's just not. So in case you couldn't tell, I'm in the process of letting go ultimately of control, right? I have a control issue because it is time for me to let go of that and let go of the dream of what I thought my life as a stay-at-home mom would look like, and embrace reality and ultimately cling to the Lord and know that He gives me what I need. He equips me for each day, and I can embrace that and embrace reality with my time and my resources and my responsibilities. So how are you doing with priorities? Let me know down below, or let me know if you have any encouragement from me and the other mamas that are going to be in the comments. But I thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.